we start with the Landon Jackson news, which was unexpected. He made it through the offseason program unscathed, and now that he's been placed on the PUP list, there are some details to get into. That news was per the NFL Transaction Wire. Matt Perino of Shout, a Buffalo football podcast, reached a league source and has received news that the Bills are hopeful that Landon Jackson will be back off the PUP list in time for practice next week. The Bills rookies did report today, the rest of the team reporting next Wednesday, so that could be the reason why Landon Jackson had to be placed on the PUP list today. But as far as the PUP list is concerned, players placed on the PUP list count toward the team's 90-man roster, but can be removed from the list at any time during camp. Tommy Doyle was placed on the PUP list entering last year's training camp, an unfortunate end to his career. However, once removed from the PUP list, the player cannot go back on PUP during training camp. If Jackson is to remain on the PUP list entering the regular season, he'll be forced to miss Buffalo's first 4 games of the year. So nothing to panic about quite yet. As I said before, he could be removed at any time during training camp, even before training camp fully gets underway, with veterans reporting next Wednesday. So as I said, do not hit the panic button with Landon Jackson. Now, if he remains on the PUP list entering the regular season, that will be time to panic, because like I said, he'll miss the first 4 games of the year. And as I alluded to earlier, it's an unknown injury for Landon Jackson, as he got through the offseason program and performed well, looked good out there with his teammates, spoke to the media, I think once or twice off to the side. So there was nothing to worry about coming out of the offseason program. But this injury cropping up apparently during some offseason workout, and now that he's reported to training camp along with his rookie teammates, the Bills are under league rule forced to report it, and apparently forcing him out of any workouts the rookies might be participating in together before training camp kicks into high gear. So that's the reason why he's been placed on the PUP list at this time, and they didn't wait until next week when training camp fully gets underway. The Bills did deal with a few other injuries during the offseason, including a calf injury sustained by edge rusher Joey Bosa, also a hamstring tweak for Max Hairston, but general manager Brandon Beane said to the media in his post-offseason remarks, I should say, that no player that sustained an injury during the offseason program was in danger of missing any time during training camp. So this isn't a situation with Landon Jackson where he was injured at the tail end of the last practice. Nothing like that, at least nothing like that was reported at that time. But obviously, as time has transpired during the offseason, something has cropped up with Landon Jackson. Jackson was selected with the number 72 overall pick, 3rd round of this year's draft, 4 years, $6.6 million rookie contract, $1.1 million signing bonus. Now, there were some injury troubles with Landon Jackson coming out of high school. His first year in college, tore his left ACL twice, an ankle fracture as well. And then at the tail end of his last collegiate season, suffered a neck injury that forced him out of his team's final game against Missouri. So that's the injury history with Landon Jackson. It's nothing, as far as I know, that could be lingering from his collegiate career. The more worrisome injuries, not that a neck injury isn't worrisome, he was carted off the field in that game against Missouri, went to the hospital. He was released with a clean bill of health and determined no further treatment was needed as far as my quick research when this occurred happened. So it's nothing to be concerned with in terms of a lower body injury that he could have hit a snag with or anything like that, a soft tissue injury that he had coming into the draft. It seems like this is something that he's sustained during his offseason work, whether it be with his teammates at the facility or off by himself, as players typically go their separate ways this time of year. I know that Dalton Kincaid, in a recent piece written by Ty Dunn, said that he was really the only player left in Orchard Park, and his parents came and stayed with him. So not sure where the injury occurred, not sure the nature of the injury at this time for Landon Jackson, but it will be something to monitor over the next several days if more news is to leak out, or we get any video from the Bills with their rookies reporting or anything like that. So be sure to stay tuned to the Substack as well as the podcast here, Buffalo Pregame, and we'll be sure to update you. Now, there's another Bills rookie dealing with a situation that may limit his availability come training camp time, and that is TJ Sanders, with second-round rookies potentially holding out across the league with the holdup with guaranteed money. TJ Sanders is lumped into that group, and he is